Hello everyone, happy Sunday. So, as promised, here's an update on the mixed media project I've been working on. Couldn't get them both in the frame completely at the same time, so almost did, but I'll slide you over a little bit. So remember the small painting, or it was a drawing, but it says it's going to be a painting in the painting. That makes sense, right? There she is, in the little frame that I made. Yeah, the glare is from my lamp. Let me see if I can. Aha! Better. Okay. So, there you go. What I have left to do on this one before I get the couple in there is just do the shading on the floor. I'm hoping that the colored pencils will work on the orange. I haven't tried it yet, but since it's a matte finish and not a gloss finish, I think that it might, but I'm not sure. So we'll have to see how that goes. This little glass top table, I'm pretty proud of. I used, oh my god, it's a cat fur. Okay. I used a couple of thin layers of ultramarine, hardly any ultramarine, mixed in with the iridescent medium by Liquitex, and then I took the gloss medium by Master's Touch and painted over that to hopefully give it a bit of a glass tabletop look, because that's what I'm going for. I think I accomplished it. And you can see where I did the glass panels for the supports for the banisters. There's probably a specific name for those, but I couldn't tell you. And then over here, I got a little crazy with the floor. You can see I still have the orange tiles down here. Then there's the steps with the kind of wooden panels on the floor. This is here. These three things are decorative paper. And turn my tunes down a little bit there. Alright. This, I love these two things here. I'm going to turn the light back on and see if it gets all sparkly for you. Anyway, I just took some lemon yellow and white, painted a little light fixture on the wall, and then I took my trusty iridescent laser cut paste and painted over that, and it really, I wish the light showed off better on the camera, but it looks really cool. And for the stained glass panel above the entryway, I have I took just different colors of paints, mostly the primary colors, except for the green, which is the secondary color. Paint a random pattern, and then took the iridescent medium. I did a couple layers of that, and then the laser cut iridescent paste. I like the effect that it had. I think it turned out pretty cool. And I love this sunset over here. That for the, and tongue-tied. I painted the sunset, then painted in the panels, and then I took just a couple layers again of the iridescent medium by Liquitex, and so that it hopefully gave a little bit of an effect to it, instead of just having the flat bright color. The flat and bright don't really work together, but to kind of tone down the sunset just a little bit so that it can look like, hopefully looks more like a window. And then I just did this crazy pattern. It's supposed to be like a marble floor. I think it looks a little more, not quite marble, but I like it. Plus the couple, the two of them are going to go right here anyway, so they're going to be blocking most of that. And some more work to do on the door, which I'm probably going to do in this video. So there's more, there's more decorative paper there. I can't remember if you saw that the last time I did anything any video updates about it. So, let's see what we can get done. Work on this for the video a little bit. And there's still more work to be done here. There's going to be, this is blocked off because after I get the door frame, and there'll be, you'll be able to see a little bit of like a half moon semicircle window above the store. Get the frame in, and then I'll peel this tape off and put a piece of tape here on this side and paint in, carry over a window through the door frame. So I have a plan. One thing that's been a little bit difficult, well, it slows me down some on the on this project, is since I've used so much masking tape to try to keep the lines as clean as I can, I have to keep waiting for sections to dry before I can continue working. So that slowed me down a little bit, but I'm glad for it because it's also given me a chance to stop and think about what I'm doing instead of just, you know, tearing through it. So, except I'm freehanding the lines on this, and I'm not very good with straight lines, so we'll see how it goes. I have a hard time doing straight lines with a ruler. Okay. And then, I don't think I said anything, but it was a little uneven here between this decorative paper and this paper and the different layers of paint. So I did use a little bit of modeling paste. Oh boy. I'll tell you what, can't wait till I can find my my painting knife thing to work with that modeling paste, because I think that's going to make it easier. Just the brush doesn't quite get it to go on the way that I always hope that it will, but I think that painting knife is definitely going to make a difference. I may suddenly start enjoying using the, the modeling paste. And then, of course, I went back over it with, you guessed it, the iridescent medium. Not the laser cut paste, but the medium. It just looked a little flat. So, even with the gloss paint over it, so I used that. Cool thing about using those mediums is, especially for things where it's actually supposed to be a light, it just catches light different, where here in the house, and, you know, and it changes too, depending on the time of day, because, you know, the light changes throughout the day. It's just a really cool effect. It makes the painting more interesting for me to look at and to work on, really. And as far as this, I found on the same sheet of decorative paper I've been working on, actually. See the scalloped edge here? I'm going to cut that out once I get all of that painted in and just put it there. So that'll help with any uneven edges as well. Then after I get all of this background painted in, I finally get to put the couples on there. I drew those couples starting back in May, so I'm definitely looking forward to completing the project. I have one more painting that's going to turn into a mixed media piece So I think now that I've figured out what I'm going to do with it to finish. And then, well, not and then, but in addition to that painting, I also have a commission I'm working on, a pet portrait. So, busy, busy, busy. See what I'm saying about painting a line free-handed? Goodness. You know what I've always thought was cool when you watch those, the car shows? Like, not the, although I do like Top Gear. But that's not what I'm talking about. The car shows where they're remaking them and everything, like The Count. I can't remember if that was the name of his show or it's just what he goes by. But you know, when they restore them and all that, mainly because just the way they paint them. But I've always marveled at when they do pinstripes. Like, how do you do that? I don't know. It's the coolest thing. I'd love to learn airbrushing. I'd like to do some work, like airbrush, learn how to do airbrush, and then do it on cars or motorcycles. With the owner's permission, of course. Not just a surprise airbrushing. Got my music player on shuffle. I'm gonna skip a couple of things. Okay. And you can hear my air conditioner going again. So hot. But then you know what? In the winter, I'll be saying, oh, it's so cold. I need somewhere with weather that's like in the mid-70s at all times. And that'd be great. Not too hot, not too cold. I was hoping to have this and these two paintings completed before Monday. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it should be pretty close. Even if I get the background done and then put the couples on their respective canvas panels by tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just really excited to see it all put together and to move on to more projects. I rarely use water with my paint unless I'm doing splatter paint, but I'm using it with this, and then I just misplaced the water. So, oh, you know what? I saw this really cool mug that another artist had. It made me laugh. It's just a white mug, but then painted on it in black. I think it had a little illustration on it, but it also written on it was "Don't drink paint water." I had such a kick out of it. Like, I need that mug because it's never happened, but it's almost happened. You know, you're just really into it. You just reach over to get your water, almost take a sip. You're like, "Oh Lord, what have I almost done?" So it's just a really cool. Like, I got a kick out of the mug. I don't know. Now, I was going to work on the base of the table in the video, but we're getting a little Well, we're at 15 minutes now, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. I guess I could see what I could get done in the next 5 minutes. Make the video a little bit longer. My video, I can do it. I just got paint on my hand. If I don't wipe it off my hand, it'll end up somewhere I don't want it to be on the canvas, probably. Okay. Now, I'm going to add just a couple highlighted bits on there. That one's really curved, isn't it? Woo! I bumped the camera. I'm sorry. If I put my paint water back on the other side of this, I won't have to keep knocking the camera around, but then if I put it in the only other spot I have, I could knock it off the table. And the white cat could end up being strange colors from the paint water, so it's in everyone's best interest if I just keep it where it is. You know what? That paint's not how I like it, so just a little bit more Master's Touch Lemon Yellow. Woo! I want to put more of the highlights, most of the highlights over there, because there is a window, so the light would be hitting it. Of course, it may end up being covered by the couple anyway, but it's there if I need it. See how crooked that is? Goodness. That's why I use the masking tape. I think I got too much paint on my brush. I'll have to add some more shading to the door, probably. I'm also going to, once the paint's dried a little bit, get the couple that I've drawn that's going to be in this, and see what they cover and what needs to be worked on. Like, what details need to be pushed out a bit more. I think I'm going to go just a little bit longer. I'll try to work on the, or I'm going to go a little bit longer and work on the base of the table. So, yeah. You don't mind hanging out a little bit longer, do you? I hope. Oh, things are falling. Can't remember if I said it already, but I want the base of this table to look like kind of a mess of tree branches. So it'll take a little bit of time, but I can get it started while y'all are hanging out. Baseboard's a little tricky to go over. A lot of what I like, something I really like about this drawing, or piece, painting, project, whatever you want to call it, is there's drawing involved, but what I like about it is the mess of colors. There's just so much to look at. I love it. I've had a lot of fun working on this. It's okay. It's supposed to be like a tree branch. There will, of course, be more colors to go with this, but yellow ochre is a good starting point for me for this, I think. I'd like to get some metallic paint, but I'd also like to use some gold leaf. I haven't used gold leaf in a long time, and even then it didn't go the way I had hoped, but I saw someone else using it in a video recently, and I thought, oh, okay, I want to try using it that way, because I bet I could, I can do that. That makes sense. So I'll have to look into getting some. Something like this for the table to kind of join the two pieces together. I'm also going to put a glass sculpture here, so it'd be split between these two paintings. Yeah, it's coming together. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day on today's video. I hope the weekend has treated you well. You've gotten to enjoy it, relax, and do some things that make you happy. And tomorrow's Monday. I hope it's good to you. And I will see you back here tomorrow, okay? If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to say hi or leave any questions, comments, critiques, feel free to do so in the comment section down below. And please share the links to my videos on your social media pages, text them to friends, and take care. I will see you here tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye.